no one can stop me. I put my mind to it. I got a lot of hate saying you're a triple threat, you shouldn't go anywhere else. You know, you're making a mistake and things like that. And I just thought, so if it's what I want to, if it's what I want to do, then I'm going to do it. And funny enough, since leaving dance and leaving musical theatre, I've gained so much from being in a band. So it's probably one of the best things I've ever done, to be honest. My name is Olivia, lead vocalist for General Waste, and this is my Get to Know Me. We're all best friends, group of best friends. We met in college in Coleg Cymoedd in Rhondda. And it was about, so some of the boys are in the course already. I started off in performing arts and then joined music the year prior. But yeah, we were in a band previously and then that didn't work out. And then we decided to start from scratch and come up with a new name, and here we are now. Right, funny story. We were having a band photo shoot in like a car yard, if that's what it's called. And we were under another name before that. And then we thought, oh, look, one of the boys that was with us, we were like, oh, look, it's you. And it was a bin that said General Waste. And we all kind of looked at each other and we were like, ah, that's a good name, actually. And then it literally just came from seeing a bin that had the words General Waste on it. It's not that exciting, really. It's been different, and it's not something I've been used to. Like I said, I started off in performing arts, so that's very, very different to being in a band. Like, you know, you can't really compare being in a musical and then being in a gig, you know, it's just two completely different things. But it's been a very, very different experience. Some challenges, but overall it's been brilliant. Like, it's been a lot of fun, and I love it. Yes, so all of our songs that we've written so far have been based on being a teenager or being young and growing up in a small village in the valleys, the difficulties that you have growing up there, and just how to be about being different in the valleys, because you don't get many pop punk bands or really alternative young bands in the valleys anyway. So yeah, a lot of our music is heavily influenced by being from the Rhondda. Upcoming EP is about growing up again, like going through different experiences in life growing up as a young person in the valleys. Like, one of them is dealing with like social anxiety and separation anxieties, like bringing up the topics of that. And then another one then is, so that's two that's out. So 3 weeks is about separation anxiety and moving away from someone you love. High Life then is about living in a small village but still having your best friends to kind of push you through that. We have another song then that's about finding love for the first time, and you know you don't have a chance with them, but maybe you do, that type of thing. And we have another one then called Forever, and that's basically about being stuck in the workplace. Like now, luckily I've left that job that we wrote the song about basically, but it's about being there and being told what to do all the time and not being treated fairly. And it's like, I don't want to be in this job forever. This isn't what I want to do. I want to get out, like that type of thing. So yeah. You just got to ignore them, and you just got to be like, no, this is what I want to do. No one can stop me. I put my mind to it. I got a lot of hate saying you're a triple threat, you shouldn't go anywhere else. You know, you're making a mistake and things like that. And I just thought, so if it's what I want to, if it's what I want to do, then I'm going to do it. And funny enough, since leaving dance and leaving musical theatre, I've gained so much from being in a band. So it's probably one of the best things I've ever done, to be honest. It's a powerful thing, really, being a female-fronted pop-punk band, because you always see the pop-punk bands that are going around and they're obviously all male, or there's barely any women in them, and especially being Welsh too. That's another thing, because you don't see many female-fronted Welsh pop-punk bands, so it's almost empowering, and it's something that hopefully I can inspire other women or other girls to do if they want to do it, if they want to start a pop-punk band, or if they want to start a band or just a solo musician, anything. Just to go for it. Like, it's a powerful thing. So this time last year we got asked to compete in the National Eisteddfod in Ynys Angharad Park in Ponty as part of Battle of the Bands. We competed against bands throughout the entirety of Wales, and we went into it with a mindset of, if we lose, it's not the end of the world. If we win, great, we've won, that's awesome. And then we ended up winning and coming first place, and that was one of those things that made us think, oh my gosh, like that's really cool, and we've done that, and we've worked towards this. And then just more and more opportunities have come after that then, so we've got a lot from the Eisteddfod basically, and yeah, it's done a lot for us. So all I've got to say is, if you want to change your mind and change your course because you don't feel like it's right for you, or you feel like you can gain more from changing it, do it. That's what I did. I had it was almost like a devil and an angel situation. It was like, oh, don't do it. I was like, do it. It's like one of those things. And you just got to go with what you feel like is best for you. Like I said, I did performing arts. I loved it, don't get me wrong. And I've been doing performing arts since I was about 3 years old. But coming into the band and stuff, and then seeing the opportunities that were coming from that, and also with my influences and like my inspirations and my idols, it was like, I want to be like them. So yeah, my advice is just, if you want to change it, if you do what you want to do, go for it and do what you want to do. There we are, that's easier. So our guitarist, Toby, he kind of comes up with maybe like a melody or a riff, not a riff, what am I on about? Like an idea of a song, maybe some of the lyrics as well, and then he'll share with us and he'll be like, right guys, what do you think? And then that's usually where I chime in then, and we'll change some lyrics, maybe I'll write the rest of it, and then the other two boys, Sam and Ev, then they'll also chime in and they'll do their own thing as well. So Toby, we got Toby to thank for. Yeah, so like I said, the Eisteddfod, that was very memorable. And then as a reward from winning that, we got to play Maesbet, which is like a end of the Eisteddfod week festival type of thing. So that was amazing. We also opened for Ghosted. So they're the biggest Ghost tribute band in the UK, and we're lucky to be very, very close friends with them. So we opened for them. That was awesome. We've gigged with 2 bands that have come over from Canada as well. So that's been awesome. But probably the most memorable one would be, we played the Exchange Basement in Bristol. We were going opening for our friends Percival, great guys, get to know them. And we knew nobody there knew us, and it was like sold out, rammed, and it was probably the sweatiest and messiest gig we've ever played. But it was one of those things that's always stuck with us, because it was like, that was awesome. They didn't know who we were and they loved it, and yeah, that was pretty memorable, really. Ignore them. Ignore the hate. Ignore people telling you what to do. When you hear the words, oh, you won't make it anywhere in that field, ignore it. Like, I got told that, and look where we are now. General Waste, we've done so well, considering we've only been a band for just over a year. But my advice is to ignore them, carry on, just go for it. You're all going to do amazing in your own way if that's what you want to do. Just not to sound cringe or cheesy, but follow your dreams. Literally just follow your dreams. Like, it's one of those things. I think, like I mentioned, there's not many pop-punk bands in the valleys. Like, I can only name 2, and that's us and our friends Dione. But I kind of want us to hopefully influence any age to start a pop-punk band, you know, younger, older. If you want to do it, do it. So hopefully we can kind of have people say to us one day, like, oh, you know, we started a band because we thought you guys are really cool. So we'd like to change that and hopefully encourage more people to do it. That would be really, really fun and nice. I've got so many. Okay, can I narrow it to like a top 3? I'll do that. So the main one, I think, and it's probably the most, I don't know. Okay, the main one would be Hold an Absence, because they're also Welsh and they're great guys, but Hold an Absence would be incredible. We love them. They're a favourite for us. Paramore is another big one. That's a massive influence on us as a band. And maybe Bowling for Soup, because if you didn't know, our guitarist jumped on stage with them in Swansea. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, that was, yeah, Bowling for Soup. Them 3 are probably the the main ones. So yeah, Hold an Absence, Paramore, Bull Never Soup. So we've got a little bit of a break the next month with gig-wise. We have one this Thursday now in Fuel Rock Club, but obviously this will be out by then, but so ignore that. But we have potentially an EP coming out in the summer. I'm not going to say what it's called, and I'm not going to give you a date yet, but all I'm going to say is keep an eye out and follow us if you want to find out more. And a lot of gigs.